What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we are going to be doing an unboxing slash review slash mini tutorial for Into the Echo Side Oracle of the Three Rings. This was sent to me by the homie Echo Side Fiend. I sent him some money before he headed out to the DCG Con to have him pick this up for me purely so that I could get the bonus flavor card, the Shaggy Show, only available at the DCG Con. So huge shout out to the homie Echo Side Fiend for doing that for me. I wasn't really planning on doing a review. I wasn't really planning on doing an unboxing, and I wasn't sure yet if I was going to give any kind of a tutorial. I did drop a tutorial on how to play Into the Echo Side for the original game over on Carnival Spirits. If you have not played this game, I will leave a link in the description for you to go check out that video as well. So before I jump into this, I do want to point that out to you. If you have not played Into the Echo Side and you are planning to pick up Oracle of the Three Rings, keep in mind you are going to need the classic game. You can't just buy this game and have everything you need. This, as the box says, is an expansion of Into the Echo Side. You will have to have this game already to play Oracle of the Three Rings. Also, I do want to say again, if you are picking up both of these, I strongly urge you to at least play the classic game at least 5 times before you jump into doing Oracle. Not saying that you won't, but really get the full effect, really get the full feel of Into the Echo Side. That way, when it comes time to play Oracle of the Three Rings, you can appreciate what this game brings to Into the Echo Side. That being said, we'll do basically like a little unboxing now. I'll show you what comes inside here. Scotty Two Balls did one over on Carnival Spirits. I don't really care for the angle he used. You know, no hating on him on that. I believe it was Juggalo News, might have been Fagel Lovers. They did an unboxing for the first 6 box set when it first came out years ago. Same kind of thing. The angle they used, I wasn't happy with it. I don't feel like it was a proper unboxing to show you guys what you get when you order it. So that being said, this is going to be an unboxing to show you basically what you're going to get when you order it. It comes with a booklet. Basically, this is just going to kind of tell you everything new in the game, explain to you the fast effects, which are a new feature in Oracle. It will teach you about mirror effects, which is new, and it will teach you about tarot cards, which is new. So, basic rule book. Not much to really look into when you're getting into this. Just basically the new stuff. Everything on how to play will be in the original Into the Echo Side. So you get it open up. First thing you're going to see, these are karma trackers. These are so as you're building up your karma, you can keep track of how much you have. When you first play, sometimes it can be a little confusing, like, oh shit, what did I have? You know, because if you're going to obtain cards, you may lose track of what you've already spent, what you have left, that kind of good stuff. Now, when I first played Into the Echo Side, this was something I desperately wanted. Now, I've played Oracle at least twice now, and we didn't even use these. I'm so used to playing the game without having these that I was able to keep track of my karma, no problem at all. However, these are still pretty dope. I love the artwork on them. They're the shit. They kind of remind me of what's that piece on the Ouija board? What's that called? That's what these are. That's what they remind me of. So I think they're pretty cool in that aspect, but I don't know that I'll use them very much just because I've gotten so used to playing the game without them. Of course, underneath here, these are reference cards that you will need for the Wheel of Fate. There's also reference cards in the original game as well. So these, to my knowledge, I've looked over both of them and I don't see any difference between them other than the artwork on them themselves. So I guess if you're wanting to play an Oracle game and you want to have the feel of being it being an Oracle of the Three Rings game, you could probably swap out your reference cards. Something I may or may not do. So Also, this one comes with some dope-ass custom dice, which has, oh gosh, get that in frame right there. You have the Echo Side skull there, and on the opposite side you have a Hatchet Man. Now, when me and Megs first got these, we were like, okay, what's that supposed to represent? After further investigation, there is no 1 or no 12 on this, so I basically made the skull be a 1 and the Hatchet Man be a 12 because the Hatchet Man always wins. You also have Gambit cards. These Gambit cards are a new feature to the game, kind of a variant, if you will, to add to the game. We may go into these when I do my little tutorial, so for now we're just going to slap them right back down into here and show you the cards themselves. I'm not going to go over every single card here for you guys, because that'll, to me, that takes away the magic of getting this game. I know when we took my copy of Into the Echo Side last May to the ICP show in Indianapolis, Indiana, and played with Coma Black, he was constantly looking at the artwork, man, totally losing track that it was his turn, which is just, you just marvel over the artwork. It's so fucking amazing. So I'm not going to really go over each and every card. I'm just going to kind of skim through here, because I don't want to take that experience away from you guys. So, you know what, I'm not even gonna go through each of the cards. I'm going to let y'all pick up your copy and see it for yourself. So it comes with this many new main deck cards. That includes tarot cards, that includes crew, and yeah, it includes those. You also get, what's it say? It probably says on the back of the board. It does say on the back of the board game what you get. You get this many extra flavor cards, and you get, I believe this is 9. I think I can answer this question. You get 9 new Juggalo cards, which look like that compared to the old one, if you've played the game. And you get 3 brand new Epic cards, which are fucking epic. I've played and used this card, loved the shit out of it. So, that is the contents of the box if you order it. That is what you will get. So to basically drop my review, what I think, absolutely love Oracle of the Three Rings. This brings, it literally adds to the game. When Jumpsteady was first talking about Oracle of the Three Rings and starting to hype it up, I know he said you'll never play the classic game again. And I remember when he said that, I thought to myself, no way, I would still play the classic game. Having played with Oracle, I honestly can say I don't know how often I would take the Oracle cards out and play a classic game. It really does expand upon the game, and I think it's fucking fun. I love the concept of the fast effects. I love the concept of the mirror effects. Absolutely in love with the tarot cards. They switch the game up so much, and they keep it interesting. So that is what you will get. That is the unboxing end of this. I guess that's the review end of it. My biggest complaint I had about this, and I got over it really quick when I realized something, was that when I opened this up first, I noticed the 2 slots here, and I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to keep these separated. I wanted to be able to keep flavor cards and the Juggalos and the Epic cards and the main deck cards all separate, and then it clicked, because I'm not supposed to really keep them in here, because every time I'd play Oracle, or every time I'd want to play with the Oracle cards, I'd have to dig both boxes out. Literally, these are to be added to your classic game. So I quickly realized that, and I was like, oh, duh. Such a simple complaint that I had, and I got over it really quick. Absolutely love the way that this adds to Into the Echo Side. Again, if you're picking this up and you don't have the original game, you will need the original game. And if you've never played Into the Echo Side at all, play at least 5 games of the classic game before you get into Oracle of the Three Rings. That way you can really appreciate not only Into the Echo Side, but then you can appreciate what Oracle of the Three Rings brings to the game and expands upon the game with. So, all in all, absolutely love it. Tom Wood, once again, killed it with that fucking artwork. He's fucking, God, he's amazing. So, I may go ahead, switch this over, have a little game set up to help explain to those who have played Into the Echo Side but do not have Oracle of the Three Rings, to help explain to you how the fast effects work, how the mirror works, and how the tarot cards work. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so the first thing I want to explain is the tarot cards, how they affect the game, and how they how they affect the game. I guess there's no other way to say it. So let's say either at the start of the game or you just finished your turn and you're refilling the gallery. So in the event of a tarot card popping up, okay, so right now we're filling our gallery, but all of a sudden a tarot card pops up. When a tarot card is revealed, immediately the game essentially pauses. It freezes. Everything stops and everyone resolves the effect of the tarot card, which this one says that every player may draw a card. So you have a choice whether you want to actually do it or not, and in this case it's a good thing because everybody then gets to draw a card, including the person whose turn it currently is, which of course helps you because now you have 6 cards to play instead of 5. You get it. If you've played already, you get it. So the tarot card, once resolved, then goes completely out of play till the end of the game. You resume filling up the gallery, and in case another one pops up, same thing happens again. You would then resolve the effect of the tarot card, which this one says every player may abolish a card from their hand or discard pile. Obviously this early in the game, that's not really something you may or may not want to do depending on your play style, but once the effects are resolved, again, out of play, and you go about your game. That is how the tarot cards work. That is how they affect the game. So next we'll go into talking about fast effects and how they work in game. So this example is actually taken directly from the book. What I have done is I have put a little white into the hand. I went ahead and placed the hands face up for you. So the example is that your opponent plays their little white card and is about to draw a flavor card. You then call out fast effect and play the Oracle's favor card. Then before your opponent can draw their flavor card, you reveal the top 2 cards of the flavored deck for all players to see and choose one to put on top, obviously the weaker one, and one on the bottom of that deck. Then your opponent would continue Little White's effect by drawing the flavor card you just put on top. So to demonstrate this, this is the opponent going. So they play their low white card, which says that they can draw a flavor card or discard to stomp an opponent. Obviously it's a stomper. So they play this to draw a flavor card. In the moment that they go to draw, before they draw, I happen to have Oracle's Favor, which says that you can reveal the top 2 cards of any deck, then place one on top and one on the bottom. So in the moment that they play that, before they draw their flavor card, I would yell out Oracle's Favor or Fast Effect, either or, and then place it down on my playing field, right immediately in front of me or wherever I'm playing my cards at. I would yell Oracle's Favor, which would then allow me to draw the top 2 cards of the exact deck that they are trying to draw from and determine which one I want to have them have on top. So I'm going to say this one's going to go on top, this one's going to go on bottom. So I put this one back on top, put this one down on bottom. Once that is done, then their effect continues where they would then draw the one that I just basically stacked for them. So in that example, that's how that would affect that. Say you have one that lets them draw a card from theirs, from their personal deck down here. In the same manner, I would have to yell Fast Effect or Oracle's Favor, and then before they draw the card, I would be able to do the same thing. That is how the fast effect of Oracle's Favor works. So next we will talk about the fast effect for the dumping card, not dumping, dumping, psychopathic rat is dumping. In the book it says your opponent spends karma to purchase the Killjoy Club card from the gallery. As they try to pick it up, you declare I'm playing a fast effect, and then play the dumping card to abolish the Killjoy Club literally out of their hand. However, your opponent does not lose the karma they tried to spend on the Killjoy Club and can still use it to purchase another card in the gallery. So to set this up, we already have Killjoy Club in the gallery. So let's say my opponent plays Sugar Slam, they then play Wolfpack, they then play Homies, they then play Blase Rose. That gives them a total of 8 karma. They now have enough to purchase the Killjoy Club and go to do so as stated in the example. However, I have a dumping card. As they go to obtain this card, I can declare fast effect and say dumping, placing my card down on the playfield to abolish this before they can fully obtain it. It would then go into the abyss. The karma that they just had from trying to obtain the Killjoy Club would then be used on something else. That is how the fast effect of dumping works. That will destroy many of friendships. So the final fast effect is a card called Bitch Slap. The scenario from the book is your opponent uses their Joey's Bazooka item card to abolish a card from the gallery and replace it. You then call out Bitch Slap and play the Bitch Slap card to target the item. Now your opponent won't be able to abolish the card as they intended or use Joey's Bazooka again during their turn. So the example is, down below they have the item Joey's Bazooka. In this case and scenario, Killjoy Club is up. They don't have enough karma to obtain it. So their strategy, because the Killjoy Club is a damn good card. If you don't know what this card does, this card can stomp any card in the game. In the classic game, this card was one you definitely wanted to have because there was nothing that could stop this. So in this case, this guy can't get it. He doesn't want his opponent to get it, so he's going to abolish it and just get it out of the way. So he goes to do that, he declares so, and I have Bitch Slap. So I declare Bitch Slap as he goes to abolish. What Bitch Slap does has a fast effect. You may choose an opponent's item or fiend card in play that is nullified during the current turn. So what that means is during this turn they cannot use the item or fiend that is nullified or Bitch Slapped. However, their next turn it would then be unnullified or usable, therefore they would be able to use this. So this Bitch Slap would save me this turn to hopefully use whatever karma I've got, which from this example looks like, yeah, I would be able to obtain it. That's the other thing that I need to state with fast effect cards. When you play these off of your turn, when it's your opponent's turn and you play this against them, or you play dumping against them, or you play Oracle's favor against them, the karma from these cards is pooled. That's why I say it goes down on the play field. It's not like a stomper. It doesn't get discarded. It goes down into play, and the karma from it you will then get on your turn. When it gets to your turn, the karma from it you will have to use that. It pools in that way. If you use more than one fast effect card, that karma would pool up for you to use on your turn. So that is how fast effects impact the game. So the next new effect card will be the mirror effect card. So the example that the book gives us is your opponent plays Jump Steady, which allows you to draw 2 cards during their turn. You then play In Your Face, which gives 2 karma, or mirror an opponent who has just drawn a card, drawn a flavor card, or abolished a card from their hand or discard pile, then gain +2 karma. Immediately after, to mirror the effect, which allows you to draw 1 card. In Your Face then remains in your play area with the 2+ karma gained from the card being pooled, which you will be able to use on your next turn, as I explain at the end of the fast effect. So in the example that they are giving, the opponent plays Jump Steady, which allows them to draw 2 cards. The way this works is you don't play your mirror as he's drawing. You wait till he draws the 2 cards to then take your In Your Face card, play it, to then mirror the move they just made. Now these also allow you to draw flavor cards if they use a card that lets them draw a flavor card, or if they have a card that lets them abolish, you can then copy that. There is also a second example that they give, which reads as follows. Example number 2, your opponent plays Rude Boy. Draw a card, then you may abolish a card from your hand or discard pile during their turn. After they have drawn a card, you announce you are playing In Your Face to mirror them, which then allows you to draw a card. Your opponent then continues with Rude Boy's secondary effect and abolishes a card from their hand or discard pile, which you wouldn't be able to mirror because you can only mirror 1 effect every time you play In Your Face. Now, to my understanding on this, you let's get this set back up here real quick. Hang on just a second here. Just a second here, guys. We're going to set the example back up here. So instead of doing Jump Steady, he plays Rude Boy. Draw a card, then you may abolish a card from your hand or discard pile. Once they draw the card, if you play in your face after they draw their card but before they abolish, the effect you would mirror is draw a card, to my understanding. Now, if they draw a card and then immediately abolish a card from their hand or discard pile, which, I mean, we could get rid of the street team. So if they end up abolishing and then you play in your face, the effect you would mirror is the abolishing, which would then allow this individual here to abolish a card, which that would be Weed Man. I would abolish. No, I wouldn't abolish Weed Man. He has an abolishing effect that's actually better. So we would abolish the Psychopathic Soldiers. So that's my understanding, is you can either mirror the first effect of that card or the second, but not both. And depending on the timing of when you play your mirror card determines which effect you copy. To my understanding, if I'm incorrect on that, anybody that is watching that knows, please comment down below. Let me know if that is incorrect. I want to be able to spread correct information here. So that is how the mirror effect works in the game. So the last new card introduced into Oracle of the Three Rings to explain would be the Gambit cards. Now, I know when I first opened it, I was like, what the fuck are these? And I did notice Scotty Two Balls pretty much kind of had the same reaction, wondering what these are. And when you look at them, you see that they have different effects on them, similar to majority of the cards in the game. So the way the Gambits would work, these are an optional variant that you can have in the game. It's a way to enhance the game, to make the game interesting. It's just a different way to play the game. You don't have to use these every time. It's a choice of whether you want to or not, which you might as well. The best way to explain these, for anybody who remembers the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, these are kind of like a lifeline. These are something to have down there in case you just need to have an extra boost during the game. So the way this would work, if you choose to play with the Gambit cards, you would then take, for 2 players, you would then deal each one of them you would then deal each of them 10 cards. From these 10 cards, you would have 3 points to purchase as many cards as you can afford. You have 3 points to spend. So this one costs 1, this one costs 3. Obviously you get the point. They all cost different things. The better the card, the better the effect, the higher the cost. For instance, this costs 3, 1 gives you 1 karma, and you may shuffle your discard pile into your deck. That's not a very good card. That's not a great example of what's a good card here. Let me just look through these real quick and pick out the 3 that, if I was using them, I would grab. Okay, so out of the 10 cards, I got my 3 picked out. They each costed 1. So obviously the cost 1 ones for me are probably the ones I'm going to go for. 1, they give you more gambits to use, and 2, these actually were kind of the best ones out of there. This one is a fast effect, which lets you choose an opponent's item or fiend card that they have in play that is nullified during the turn. So this is basically a bitch slap card. So I think I grabbed 2 of them. There was 2 of them in there, so I have 2 of those. And then this one is choose an opponent whose item. What the fuck am I thinking here? So I have 3 of them. I picked out 3 of them. God damn. I picked out 3 of them. Yeah, I did. Okay, this one is item, or this is a fiend card. This is fiend. This one's fiend, this one's item or fiend, and this one is just item. So then what you would do after you get your 3 cards, or however many cards you afforded, you would then place them face down. Don't let your opponent know what those gambits are. The way these would work then, just like lifelines and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you would then have these to use during the game. Once you use them, they go out of the game, not to be played again until the next time you play a game. So these lifelines, these gambits, they're basically a lifeline. So in a moment that I don't have a fast effect in my hand, and I have an opponent getting ready to use an item or use a fiend that's really going to affect me or really help them out in any way, if I'm desperate enough, I can use one of my gambits or one of my lifelines. So that is exactly how the gambits work and affect the game. So there you guys go. That is Oracle of the Three Rings. That is what you will get in the contents of the box. That is the new cards that change the gameplay of the game. It truly expands. It truly is an expansion of Into the Ecoside. And like Jumpsteady said, I honestly don't know that I will play the game regularly ever again. I did the other day with my brother after playing once Oracle with Megs. But I don't see very many occasions that I go through, pull the Oracle cards out, and play a classic Into the Ecoside game. Maybe every now and again just to keep changing it up, but Oracle of the Three Rings truly is an expansion that makes the game very different and adds new challenges to it, new twists and turns to it, and really enhances the play. So I think it's worth picking up if you haven't yet done it. If you haven't even picked up Into the Ecoside, again, I want to stress, play Into the Ecoside first at least 5 times. Really get the feel of Into the Ecoside. That way, once you play Oracle of the Three Rings, you can feel and truly understand what Oracle of the Three Rings brings to the game. So there are my thoughts on Oracle of the Three Rings. Absolute blast. Glad the expansion pack is finally out. Can't wait for the next one. Hopefully they're already working on it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.